Among enables banks to tackle the enormous problem of money laundering by exchanging information on suspicious customers through a secure system managed by service-level agreements. This video shows a live demonstration of Among. We show how two banks, Piraeus Bank and a fictitious bank called Test Bank X, can set up an agreement and improve their anti-money laundering activities by sharing information. Here we show the main actors in the demo. The objective is to set up a service level agreement, or SLA, between the two banks so that Piraeus Bank can send a query to Test Bank X. There are three actors in the demo. The SLA Service Manager of Test Bank X is responsible for creating and monitoring an SLA service that Piraeus Bank can use. The Chief Compliance Officer of Piraeus Bank proposes an SLA to be used by Piraeus Bank. The Compliance Officer of Piraeus Bank sends queries about customers to Test Bank X. First, the SLA Service Manager creates an SLA template. The new SLA is given a label and description. It will be valid for a year. The currency is euros. There is no signing fee and there is a subscription fee of €50 per month. Bills are sent monthly. The number of queries is restricted to 2 per day. This is artificially low in order to demonstrate what happens when an SLA constraint is reached. This SLA will have 2 bands of charges. On any one day, the first 2 queries cost €1 each, and subsequent queries cost €5 each. The SLA template is now created. The SLA is published so that other banks can look at it and accept it if they choose to. The Chief Compliance Officer of Piraeus Bank can now propose this SLA for use by Piraeus Bank. Using the GRIA client, the Chief Compliance Officer refreshes the service provided by TestBankX. The SLA template that has just been created appears. The Chief Compliance Officer views the details of this SLA. And proposes it. This SLA now becomes a formal agreement between the two banks. In practice, this would be accompanied by a paper contract signed by both banks. The Compliance Officer of Piraeus Bank can now use this SLA to send queries to TestBankX. The MoneyWatch portal allows suspicious cases to be seen. Here the Compliance Officer chooses to see all suspicious cases for the day. And sees details of the first case. The suspect here is John Wright. Piraeus Bank's risk assessment of this customer is very high. The Compliance Officer decides to see additional information about this customer by making an interbank query to TestBankX. The result shows that John Wright is a customer of TestBankX as well. This can be verified by matching the customer's full name and date and country of birth. TestBankX has assigned a risk value of 4 to this customer. Because the two banks use different risk scales, the risk scale of TestBankX is mapped to the risk scale of Piraeus Bank through what is known as a normalization process. The Compliance Officer of Piraeus Bank chooses another case. Another interbank query to Bank X is performed. Here, TestBankX does not return any information about Mr. Edgar Missing. This could be because TestBankX does not have Mr. Missing as a customer, or it could be that they do not consider him to be high risk and so will not share any information about him.